The Paperclip Murders. Chapter 4. If a woodchuck could, would he? Filbert P. Woodchuck. That was the moniker reading on the bland, cream-colored name tag pinned to the left front pocket of the blue suit that the man sitting in the chair in front of me was wearing. I blinked, my eyes bleary from too much cold medicine and not enough coffee. And by cold medicine I of course mean 11-something gin and tonics at Mazzaro's pub last night. But the not enough coffee was right. I parted my lips with a tongue made of pure cotton, and greeted him with a, "Good morning, my fine friend. What can I do for you on this most wonderful of days?" It came out as something between a goat's baa and what elephants do with the other end of their carcass. The blue suit goggled at me, and then adjusted its little round spectacles. The face peering through them was like a yard gnome, if you took away the goofy hat, slapped it with a college degree, and then imprisoned it in a bank vault for 20 years while it played with an abacus. Of course, Filbert also had one of those brustly mustaches, tinged with copper, and his dome-like head was encircled by a Caesar's crown of aged copper hair. When he adjusted his glasses and blinked at me again, apparently waiting for an answer to some question my ears had chosen to ignore, I felt like he might have been the live incarnation of the old badger from The Wind in the Willows. What's that?" I barked, louder than I meant to, and Mr. Woodchuck bounced in his seat like he was on his very own wild ride. He gripped and adjusted his glasses and repeated the question timidly. Are you currently for hire?" he asked, and I was flummoxed. As flummoxed as one of those things that flummoxes. Here this man was, in my office, sitting across from me at my desk, and he wanted to know if I was working. Why else would I be here? "It ain't for the peanuts," I answered him, and apparently that wasn't the proper answer because his brows waved up and down like someone flagging for a truce. I reached absently for a cigarette and a shot glass, one hand going for each. Only God knew which one I'd end up drinking. Mr. Woodchuck, bringing out a handkerchief to mop his head with, blathered on while I attempted to not give myself a reverse flamethrower. You see, I need a detective. I think that someone's trying to kill me." I shot him one blazing eyeball over the rim of the shot glass I barely avoided smoking, and as the old brain juice coursed its way down my throat, I stuck the correct end of the cigarette over my bottom lip and clamped the top one shut on it. The lighter pinged in my hand like a message from the angels, and magically, the other end of the smoke glowed red. My other eyeball then proceeded to join the first in its fixation on a spot directly between Filbert's eyes. "Someone's trying to kill you?" I asked, the barest hint of excitement in my voice. The smoke from my tobacco swirled in front of my eyes, and I felt like I might have rubbed a genie's lamp. I squinted and coughed, and my brilliant faculties began to come together like a well-oiled painting of something perfect. "And what gives you this idea? Have there been any attempts on your life? People following you? Strange messages encoded in ancient languages left under your pillow?" Disappointingly, the answer to each of my questions was a firm shake of his head, and the increasingly dubious look plastered on his face. No, he stammered, and shifted in his chair uneasily. Nothing like that. Yet?" It was the yet that really caught my interest. I took a drag on the smoke that seemed to go on forever, feeling its life-giving tendrils wasping through my insides like the spidery webs of some medicine spider. "You, sir," I fixed him with a finger, blowing rings at the ceiling, "interest me. Please continue." And that was how I was put on the first case of the rest of my life.